And here with me now in the studio, Wayne LaPierre of the National Rifle Association. Mr. LaPierre, welcome back to the program.
Thanks, David. Good to be with you.
So the legislative moment has arrived here on Capitol Hill. What's going to happen with gun safety legislation?
Well, I mean, you just heard Mayor Bloomberg, but he's going to find out this is a country of the people, by the people, and for the people. And he can't spend enough of his $27 billion to try to impose his will on the American public. They don't want him in their restaurants. They don't want him in their homes. They don't want him telling them what food to eat. They sure don't want him telling them what self-defense firearms to own. And he can't buy America. He's so reckless in terms of his comments on this whole gun issue. He talks about guns buzzing. He's talking about machine guns. None of these guns are machine guns.
But is he going to have an impact politically? He wants to be a counterweight to you. He wants to go into these races in 2014 and spend along with you. Are you preparing to arm politically your people who agree with you, candidates and whatnot, in 2014?
We have people all over, millions of people, sending us $5, $10, $15, $20 checks saying, stand up to this guy that says we can only have 3 bullets, which is what he said. Stand up to this guy that says ridiculous things like the NRA wants firearms with nukes on them. I mean, it's insane, the stuff he says.
All right, but let me ask you about background checks, because the mayor referred to the polling. 90% of Americans want universal background checks. Here is this survey from Quinnipiac this week. Among those people who own guns, 85% support. Are you thwarting the will of the American people by standing in opposition to universal background checks?
No, not at all, because here's the thing. The whole thing, universal checks, is a dishonest premise. There's not a bill on the Hill that provides a universal checks. Criminals aren't going to be checked. They're not going to do this. The shooters in Tucson, in Aurora, in Newtown, they're not going to be checked. They're unrecognizable. NRA supported the National Instant Check System on dealers.
That was the reference to 1999 when you testified.
Yeah, we're $1 billion into this system now. It's not fair. It's not accurate. It's not instant. It's not instant. The mental health records are not in the system, and they don't prosecute any of the criminals that they catch. It's a speed bump for the law-abiding. It slows down the law-abiding and does nothing to anybody else.